than any camp that I've ever had in my life. Just everything is just coming together so nicely. Sparring's doing really good. I'm getting PBs in terms of the Versa climbers and my 5K runs, etc. My running is good. Everything is just working nicely. So yeah, I fear for Joe. I can't lie, man.
Them climbers,
He's literally facing the scariest, most dangerous KSI ever.
Them climbers are no joke. How's the eye?
Yeah, it's good. It's good. Every now and then it's a bit annoying whenever I spar and someone punches me right in that spot. I'd say that's the only part that hurts a little. But besides that, I just do my thing and just slip and weave and get my shots off and get them rounds in.
Slip and weave. Well, listen, let's speak about your fight and 007 in a few minutes because we
Sure.
have business at hand first. X Series 006 tonight is first up. I just put a tweet out a moment ago saying, which one do you think could be fight of the night? I look at these guys up on the stage getting in each other's faces and I just think, yeah, that's fight of the night. And then the next one comes up and I think, maybe it's going to be that one. A Via Bamba. I mean, where's that going to go? What do you think is going to be fight of the night?
I think there's a lot of bad blood between Avia and Bamba, man. That fight alone is. We've seen all the antics behind the scenes and in the weigh-ins and at the press conference. It's heated, and I think that the co-main event is going to be one to watch. I think a lot of people are excited to see that fight, see what happens, see who wins, and and then see the future of one of these fighters in Misfits. When they, after winning, see where they can go from there. Obviously, everyone wants to see Chase, see if he's improved, improved from the last time he fought. But yeah, now Chase is a funny character, man, and I think everyone's just very excited to see what he does. Hopefully, he doesn't fight his demons and actually fights his opponent in front of him. Obviously, Sharks.
I gotta say,
Walid Sharks versus Mitchell. Flipping that, man. You mentioned Sharks' sister, and he gets mad. And Mitchell just pressed that button. I guess it was low hanging fruit, and he pressed it. And
do you know how much how you can tell that APAP has got the attention of Walid Sharks? Yesterday, after the weigh-in had finished, Dean the Great walked straight in front of Walid and said something to him, and Walid didn't even notice because he was looking at Pap. When Dean walks in front of Walid and doesn't break that concentration, you know that he's locked up.
Yeah. Well, we all know how dangerous Walid is, man. He's a very, very good fighter, and I think we're all excited to see what he does. Obviously, he lost to Dean the Great, so he wants his comeback. He wants his redemption, and this is the journey towards that. So to see how well he does against Lil Pap or APAP, sorry. It's going to be exciting. And bro, that lightweight division is heated, man. There's a lot of bangers, in that division. It's really starting to pile up.
I'm going to stick my neck out. I think it might be the busiest one.
Uncle Pizza.
Uncle Pizza is right.
I was going to bring him up.
Oh my god.
Mams, tell us about how you ended up wearing pepperoni yesterday.
He's a creative guy, and I said, what are you passionate about? Because opportunity has come your way now. We've got to pull out from Raymu, which I was really gutted about because that kid has skills as well. And but I couldn't hate on his reasoning. He wants to go for the national team and then the Olympics. So then Uncle Pizza came along and I said, what are you really passionate about? And he goes, man, I just love pizza. I love giving pizza. I love eating pizza. So I was like, and he's like, oh, I'm seeing my nieces later. I was like, you're an uncle. You're Uncle Pizza. And then the birth of Uncle Pizza.
I was standing behind it at the face-off yesterday. And the way Elijah just stuck his face out to try and get in Pizza's face to give him, he was begging for it. And when he's got that pizza in his hand, this is only going one way. Yeah, he's just going to slap him straight up with the pizza. The slap.
Kala is next to me, still complaining about his Laura Piana beige outfit being ruined by the tomato sauce.
Motherfucker, you fucking done my fucking beige outfit, man. Motherfucker.
That listen, Bams. I was speaking with JJ a moment ago about fight of the night. That legit could be the fight of the night.
It is. Any of them could be. Like, there's some really good fights. I'm keen to see. I'm keen to see the girls as well. But you know, I think the whole card is stacked. The main event was really the one for me that could be the fight of the night. But now the bad blood between Avila, you guys don't even know. Like, it it was bad. I mean, it was close to being cancelled a few times, but we fought for it. We made sure, and it's going to be a banger. They actually want to tear each other's eyeballs out.
I just seen Paul this morning, and he was talking about how he just can't wait to get in there now. You know, he just wants to go. He just wants to get on it. I mean, I even feel for the referee giving them instructions before the first bell. You know, like they could literally go at any moment.
Yeah, the referee's got his work cut out for him. It's gonna be crazy. Like, those teams, we tried to separate them. They kept finding each other, and we had extra security and everything. And it was just, you know, they're both of them are men on a mission. So I think this is a meaningful fight for them. None of them want a loss. A loss will be bad for both of them, and a win on this occasion will be, you know, help them climb up the ranks. And of course, we got the pro tournament, so this could be kind of like a pre-qualifier for that.
And also, like, you know, after the fight, they need to make sure there's security to make sure it doesn't kick off as well after, because I know how these things can go.
Yeah, we've had a big meeting about security and just making sure that's absolutely on point. But JJ, let me ask you: would it get into your head? How could it not affect your training? How could it not affect your fight week sort of mindset when you're trying to just do your thing and prepare? You've got a big fight on Friday. It's live on the zone. People are going to watch it, etc., etc. And you've just got this carnage and chaos going on around you. If you were either Paul Bamba or Chris Avila, surely that's going to affect you going into fighting. I know, maybe fighting on emotion when you get there.
No, I don't think it really should affect you. I think, you know, the reason why you have camp is to prepare. And if you fail to prepare, then you know you're gonna get slept essentially. So I think for, you know, Avila and Bamba, them just getting in there, having their game plan, knowing that they've worked hard and trained hard and done everything they need to do. It's, you know, everything else is just noise. Everything is just, you know, noise. But as soon as they get in that ring, you just gotta be locked in. You just gotta be locked in and ready to just go. Set your game plan. You know, see what works, see what doesn't work, and yeah, put that pace on and try to get that KO.
Yeah. Oh, mate, the one fight we've not mentioned, Minicon and Jake the Viking. When the big boys start swinging, people start falling. You know what I'm saying? I just don't think there's no way this one goes the distance.
Yeah, well, I mean, with Minicon, his fights have a lot of his fights have gone the distance.
Yeah,
so I honestly, I'm hoping Jake can really put it on Minicon to really, you know, get a fight out of this, because yeah, I feel like if Jake really puts the pace on him and just hits him and gets a few, you know, early shots in, I think, yeah, this could end very early or very quickly. So with Minicon,
Jake,
sorry.
No, go on.
Well, I say with Minicon, he has a tendency to, you know, really draw out fights and, you know, make it at his pace. So Jake has to really just turn it on its head and push the pace that he's comfortable with to really put it on Minicon.
And bring the best out of him.
Exactly.
Jake's a lot heavier as well. There's a big weight sort of advantage there. You know, you see it all the time in pros and stuff at the heavyweight division. If one is significantly heavier than the other, it's sort of skill can go out the window. How do you keep someone that much heavier off you for rounds?
Well, I think,
guys, he's such a big man, and I know incoming short jokes, but I literally came up to the man's knees. Like, he's massive, and his coach is massive too. They're two Vikings with really well grown beards, JJ. But
why,
but
why, bro?
Sorry. I just lost my wallet. I'm annoyed. But yeah, basically, he was telling me he's a natural. He's going to go in there. He predicts a first round knockout. Um, Minicon, I think, has been training really hard. We should see some great improvements there. And he knows he needs to finish this in style because potentially the winner of that fight could be fighting for the Misfits heavyweight title.
Oh, listen, we can't we don't have loads and loads of time this morning or this evening, depending where you are. So let's just have a quick look at 007 and your card coming up, JJ. You mentioned at the top that you were maybe beginning to feel for Joe, given the level of training that you've been at. Just talk to us a little bit about it.
Yeah, just I like I said before, I feel 100% ready already. I've been really going through the motions, fighting pros, doing what I need to do, sparring hard. And yeah, like the level of competition has improved tremendously in this camp. And I've held my own. If anything, I've excelled. So it's really good to see, even in 20-ounce gloves, I'm still doing a lot of damage. So God does know what I'm gonna do in 10 ounce. He's gonna see me sleep that motherfucker Joe, man. Like it's as simple as that. I just know that I'm gonna connect, and it's whether Joe can withstand my force, my power, and I just know he won't. And I've got the movement. My legs work for me. I'm able to move very nicely and get the shot that I want. So it's not about if I knock him out. It's about when, essentially.
I got to say, I was with him last week, and I mean, you would not expect him to say anything different, but he is also very, very confident. He's saying that you've taken this step too soon. You're not ready for him. This is a man who's also very confident. What do you think about him coming from
No,
you
no,
with that
I
mindset?
think it's good. I think a lot of times, people who face me tend to quiver or uh, essentially are afraid of me, especially once they look into my eyes and they realize that this is serious. Like they could possibly get knocked out. So it's good to have someone who's very confident and who's ready to, have a go, who's ready to fight me. But you saw what happened to the last person that tried to fight me. Ended up on the floor, stumbling. So I believe with me versus Joe, man, it can really end whenever I want it to end. If I want it to be 5 rounds, I can make it 5 rounds of me just jabbing the fuck out of him, beating his face to a pulp, just making him look like shit. Or I could just hit him with a nice one bang, clean knockout, and just have a nice easy day. Um, it all depends on what I want to do. But I think for me, I'm just in this space where I just feel like I can be anyone, man, and it's a nice space to be at.
I got to say, I got in trouble because I showed up at his gym with a bottle of Prime, and he didn't like
Oh
it.
well, I'm sure he'll want some as soon as I knock him out.
JJ, without looking past Joe, obviously, I know, we got to focus at one fight at a time. What do you think is the next fight for you?
um, you know, you never know. It could be the winner of the Kingpin tournament. It could also be because I know a few of the people there really believe that they could beat me, and I'm just there like, okay, let's see what you can really do. Blah blah blah. That could always be an option. I don't think Jake is an option anymore because he just doesn't want it. Obviously now he's fighting Nate in August, so he's he's already said that he's already like put it out into the universe so early. Like the fight in August and when April. So April, May, June, July, August, like 5 months in advance that he's fighting. So like he's not gonna be fighting anyone else in between that time. So I'm not gonna just wait. I need to keep a move on. So I feel like I'm gonna fight Tommy as well. I think that could be a sick fight. For me to show everyone that Jake is shit and Tommy is shit. and I am the GOAT in this influencer scene. And then at that point, it's, if Jake then wants it, we'll see. But I think those are my options. And you never know. I mean, people always saying so Papi as well. If he manages to beat Anthony Taylor, especially if he knocks him out, that could be a thing that we could do. Yeah, I've got lots of options. Of course, but
it's a nice little sidestep into those other fights that are on that 007. I just wanted to get onto before we wrap up the fights that have been out. Salt Papi, Anthony Taylor. What a fight! Everyone I speak to has a big opinion on that, about who's going to win this one, who's going to win that one. Who are you backing there?
Well, I think this is a real good test. I feel like with Josh Butner, he's a strong guy, but he's very stiff, and Salt Papi was able to get his timing on him very nicely, and it was an emphatic knockout. But against Anthony Taylor, no one's ever knocked him out. Simple as that.
Yeah,
no one's ever done it. So it's gonna be. I mean, fucking hell! If he manages to knock out Anthony Taylor, then Salt Papi really is the real deal. Simple as that. And then obviously you got Swarms versus Deji as well. For me, I think it all depends on what type of Deji we get. If we get a Deji that trains hard, works hard, and is just on point, then I think he's going to destroy Swarms. But if we get a Deji that is too overconfident and thinks he's way above Swarms, etc., then I think Swarms is going to be able to give it a good go and could possibly beat him.
Swarms has been put. You see the
transformation's insane, absolutely insane, bro. Like since the last time I fought him, bro, he looks like a completely different person. He's in shape. You can actually see the wordings on his tats. it's sick. Like he's done very well, and it's cool to see. It's cool to see what Misfits and just the boxing scene has done for Swarms, and every other fighter here. Everyone's in tip top shape. Everyone, from Misfits 006 to 007, everyone's just ready. There's just this hunger, and the space is just booming right now. And even this weekend we've got from 006 to Garcia versus Tank. You just got so many good events happening, and it's just nice to see.
Yeah. Do we want to put a prediction out there for Tank Garcia while we're here?
Tank. I truly believe Tank. I think it'll probably be around 7. I just don't think Garcia's that good of a chin.
Yeah, I think probably going to agree there. Although, listen, Garcia, if he wins this, he's a special
if he
fighter.
wins this, then fucking hell, he is going to be unbearable.
To be fair, I wanted to see how he did when he fought Luke Campbell, because I thought Luke Campbell was a great test for him, and then he did what he did. So fair play. Well, listen, let's wrap up. We've got stuff to do. It's X Series 006 tonight, live on the Zone, ahead of KSI your return 007 next month. It's busy stuff. There's a lot going on. We just we need to get this ball rolling. 3 unverified dudes on Twitter just having this conversation before it goes up.
We are unverified. It's mad. Let's ask 3 quick questions from audience members, and then we'll wrap up.
3 quick questions. Okay, well, listen, if you're listening, throw the tweets up in there now, because I'm going to scroll down.
Put your hand up if you got a question.
As in inviting people in?
You see how they're doing that high five emoji thing? I'm such a dad. That I don't know how to. Yeah, take his question.
Okay, you're going to get 1 question. I'm going to pick out 3 of these names from this list on random. There's a lot of lists here. Ebbs, you coming in? Time's running out, Ebbs.
Oh. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we got you.
Good.
What's your question, man?
I was gonna say, JJ, what are you working on in camp? Obviously, you come up to your fight with Joe, because before you've been obviously fighting people that weren't on his level. Now you're fighting a guy that's been boxing for a long time or longer than these influencers. So it's going to be more difficult. What are you kind of focusing on? Are you working on defense more, or are you working on this more?
Well, I feel like with my defense, it's always just been okay. Like, I know my defense isn't the best, but because my attack is just so far beyond, I believe, everyone else in this space, it's hard to deal with. Like, from my power to my speed to my movement. My legs are my defense. My movement is my defense. So, we've definitely been working on making sure I avoid certain shots, making sure I time certain shots, and just making sure Joe doesn't do what normal boxers do, pro boxers do. Being able to take a lot of damage and just wait it out to the final, like round 5, round 6, and then really put it on me. Yeah, I made sure that my stamina is just on point, because I know that's probably one of Joe's tactics, to just weather the storm, round 1, 2, 3, hoping that eventually my power will go, my speed will go, and then it's like, all right, this is the hard rounds. And then I think that's when Joe will really want to try and put the pace on. So we've been working on making sure that just doesn't happen, or it won't happen. And even if we do go into the later rounds, I'm able to still have the power. I'm able to still have the movement. I'm able to still, defensively stay on point, and eventually be able to get that KO. But there's a lot of things we've been working on, from body shots to my bounce to stamina to just everything. We've just made sure everything's on point, because with me, I want to improve as a boxer. Every time people see me, I want people to see improvement. And that's what's happened so far. When I fought Swarms and Pineda, you saw, level 1 base KSI. And then when I fought Temper, you saw Super Saiyan KSI. So now you're about to see Super Saiyan 2 KSI, and just constantly up in the levels.
No, I'm
Thank you,
excited.
man.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
No, thank
No,
you.
thank you.
Do I have time for one more question?
Oh, sorry. Okay. Amber, I'm going to remove you. Thank you very much.
No worries, thanks.
Last one. Let me go all the way down, like Mam says. Okay, Toggy. I don't know if you can hear me, mate, but you're coming in.
Tuggy.
I see Astrid Wet coming up here as well. Astrid, we'll bring you in a mo. Is Toggy on? I feel like you might be having trouble connecting. I'm going to remove Toggy. I'm going to bring in Astrid real quick. I think she might be in our hotel.
Hello.
There we are. Astrid, good morning.
Good morning. How are you? Is my mic working?
No, yeah, I can hear you. You just got
Oh,
Ed.
sorry. I literally fully got pied.
I'm good. I think maybe it's my connection. Everyone's coming through real slow. I'll let you go. I'll let you shoot, Astrid, because I'm having trouble hearing people.
Okay. All right. So, well, very excited for tonight. How are you feeling about it? Are you confident everything's going to go to plan? Like, it's such a crazy card. All of the press conference, the weigh-in, so many like fights, drama. I hope that it goes to plan tonight.
Yeah, I think that's more of a Mam's question because he's there. But from everything that I've seen, it looks pretty good. And I think it's going to be, again, just another sick event. I mean, with Misfits, it's always great events. And it's crazy. Like, it still hasn't even been a year since Misfits was formed.
8 months.
Absolutely agree. It's always so entertaining whenever there's a Misfits event. I'm actually commentating on the girls' fight tonight, so I'm really excited for that.
Oh, sick. Yeah. I don't know if I'm going to be able to watch it live because I got to wake up early for training. But I know as soon as after training, I'm going to slap that on DAZN. I'm not going to go on any social medias. I'm just going to lock in and just watch it from the beginning to the end.
Yeah, definitely. I am excited for the girls' fight. I feel like it's going to be a proper war. I mean, Fangs, like she said at the press conference, I think it was, she's been through 2 camps and still hasn't been able to fight. So I'm excited to see what she's going to bring to the table.
Yeah, same. Yeah, it'd be good to see what Simon's mom can do.
True. I'm gonna corner a mystery fighter too. Can you guess which one?
Ooh, Ronda Rousey, like
on the spot. No, I've got a few things in store. It's gonna be interesting.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm intrigued.
Ronda Rousey, down for that.
Well, I mean, isn't that what what's her name said as well? She wanted Ronda Rousey.
Yes, she did, which I think is kind of mental.
Elle Brooke, yeah.
Yeah, she'd get murdered, but you know, I think a lot of people would like to see that happen. So go for it.
I don't know that she gets murdered.
Right, guys, I think we're
don't...
going to wrap. Listen,
Wait,
006 goes down tonight.
Ridgeway.
Did I just hear someone again? I'm sorry. I can't hear. I feel like I'm speaking over people.
Yeah, I was saying Ronda Rousey. I was saying Ronda.
If you're in the UK,
bro.
Or 7 o'clock if you're over in the States. What's happening? Why is everyone laughing? What's happening?
I keep talking, and then you start talking over me. All right, forget it. Ronda Rousey, it doesn't have.
I can't hear. Right,
bro. Okay, whatever.
Guys.
I'm done. Goodbye.
Oh,
Oh my god.